This has been an insane week or two. I had to help somebody out with getting an ear thing taken care of. I've been balancing out work life and I've got to get designs done for something. And I'm learning to be much more independent versus codependent. Meaning, yeah, I'm technically in a relationship, but at the same time, I'm learning to balance another person's needs with my own, which isn't always easy. And there's definitely a learning process. But some of you that know me are, well, one, relieved, um, because I went through 6 months of soul searching. My last relationship didn't end well, and it was my fault. Clear as day, definitely my fault. So I decided to become a better person. And by the way, this thing right here, it's actually a little pouch um, to basically quit nicotine because I used to chew. And it helps. It helps me stim, which is a way of slowing yourself down as an autist. It has the same effect as Ritalin and nicotine does, just a little bit milder. But you also develop a tolerance, and of course, it's addictive. And that's a pain in the butt to kick. I mean, I can force detox, it's just, I don't really have days to take off. Because that's a really rough ride to detox. Like just cold turkey, boom. I've done it before. It's a rough ride. But, past relationship. One thing I've realized is I dance around my own thoughts. I've been lying to myself a lot of times. And I still have old habits to break. But I'll be perfectly honest, if it wasn't for my ex, who very much still, like, you don't meet somebody like that and walk away untouched. And I truly hope to God she has an amazing life. But it's one of those where it kind of feels like something was stolen, but at the same time, in my search to get better, I regained my confidence. I needed to face my demons, my insecurities, my challenges, pretty much everything about me. I had to face it. And that was not exactly what you would call easy. Because to do that in such a rapid period from so many traumas and challenges, I mean, I was setting a record pace at 6 months. A record pace. But then again, I know what I went through. You guys don't. And there's so much that I still feel like is blocked off from my mind. Stuff in my 20s and whatnot. That was just embarrassing or ended up in a bad situation. But I'm finding myself again. And I'm having a little bit of help, but I'm also learning balance, which is something I needed to learn. Because I was pushing myself too hard, and now I'm learning how to balance out work, play, all of that. I'm learning again. It's been a long road, a very long road. But I wouldn't have made it this far if it wasn't for my ex. Again, it was my fault. Very much so. And the biggest part of my fault was not telling her everything that was happening. I only told her a little bit because it made her feel bad. But I'm in a better place now. And it's funny, I documented this whole self therapy thing because I basically was talking to YouTube similar to how I talked to a person would talk to a therapist they trust. And there are a lot of videos that I kept private. And that's just for my own posterity. But yeah, I was basically performing self surgery psychologically. Try saying that 3 times fast. And I did it originally for my ex to basically win her back and show her, okay, I'm good. But I left enough of an impression, which I tend to do. When I give my all, it's felt on the other side. And I gave everything I had. And now I'm taking time to myself. I know who I am, but I've still got old mannerisms to break. And I want to get back into shape. I want to be as athletic as I used to be. And I'm working on that. My life is finally organized because in the past 6 months, it has not been. You can know when an autist is stressed out by looking at their room or their private space. If it's cluttered, then yeah, they're scattered. Our environment very much shows who and what we are. I'm a good person, and I'm very dedicated. Let's see where things go.